Good morning. Happy Labor Day weekend. Hope everybody made it through Idalia okay. We are fine. We lucked out once again. So I'm going to do one more Slimline card, and this time it's going to be a Z-fold. So we've made Z-fold cards before, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. I did not make one ahead of time because I wanted you to see the process of making this. So if you take a regular size 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and we are going to, for our Slimline, move the ink out of the way, the base is going to be 8.5 by 10.5. So just going to cut a 1/2 inch off the bottom. All right, and so I'm going to need, a whole piece of paper for this. And then I'm going to score it at 3.5. My score blade came out. Hold on. There we go. 3.5 and 7. Okay. Now, this is going to make the base of the card. Let me kind of move things out of the way. So this is your regular, and then this is the Z fold comes back. So that's why they call it a Z fold. Okay, but I don't want this to be the whole, the whole thing. I want to have a kind of a graduated line coming down. Now you could keep it whole like this and decorate the front, decorate the inside. There's nothing, wrong with that. I just want to go ahead and take off some off of the card. Now, I'm not measuring this, and I'll show you, you can go ahead and cut this. So I'm taking off from from this line, from my first fold there. See, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to give me that graduated look. And on this one, I came down, let's see, a little over 4 inches. Okay, so that was about 4¼ inches down. That doesn't matter. You can make it, as low as you want in the front, but I think, that gives me kind of a nice amount. All right, and then any kind of designer paper or mat or anything that I want to put over top of this is going to need to be 3¼ wide. Okay, because remember, these are 3.5, so I want 3¼ And I thought I would use, this is Shining Brightly. It's one of the new DSPs, and it's got navy and it's got vanilla. So I'm going to use some of the vanilla paper. I might use this one. Okay, and I'm going to cut a piece that's 3¼ And I'm going to move that out of the way. Okay. Now, remember, I did not measure how far down. Okay, so if you will take this and put it on here, about where you'd like to have it, and I put just a tiny piece of adhesive, except of course that's the one thing I did not get out. Well, that's okay. I will use a glue dot, maybe something. No, I'll just hold it. Okay, so I'm going to want to put a piece that's on here, and I'm going to want it to be, about this far up. So then I just turn this over, and if you put a little piece of tape on that, you can make sure that it's not going to move. And then I just take a pen or a pencil works fine, and draw my line there. Okay. And then I cut on this side of the line, so it's going to be just a little bit shorter. So I'm lining up my line on the channel, on that side of the channel of my cutter. There we go. And now, oh, except I did it. No, I did it the right way. Okay, so that will fit on there just like that. And then I'll do the same thing for the second piece. Now, if I had something on the back, I could use that. I'm going to have to cut another panel. I'll save this for the second card. So again, we're going 3 1/4. I'm going to make this again, regular slimline size and then mini slimline so that it will fit in the A2 envelope. I know Amy said last week she liked that because she has that size envelope. Okay, so then again, I'm just lining this up where I want it on there. And if you put just one little piece of tape under this, that will keep it from moving. I just didn't get my tape runner out with everything. Oh, there it is over there. Hold on. I'll try that with the next one. Okay, so there I've got my line. Make sure that's going to be the right way. Yes. Okay. Cut that. And that's why I say it didn't matter how far down you cut on the front, because the panels we were going to mark this way anyway. So, so that wasn't going to affect it. All right, so let me add this. Again, you can use whatever adhesive you want to use, but if you use the liquid, and it gives you a minute to get it moved around. Okay, and then remember this one is going to go here on there like that. Okay, now if you don't want to put designer paper on here, you don't have to. I just think it really dresses it up. This is a really pretty paper with the shiny aspect, which to me makes it look very holiday-ish. Okay. Then I'm going to take, so I took my autumn leaves set, this is one of the new ones, and stamped it and cut those out. And I used the pebbled path, the copper clay, and the wild wheat. And then they also have these extra little doodads in there in the dies, and I cut a bunch of those out. And I want to put like some leaves along both sides here. Maybe that one, this one. Okay, so let's just start. And I am going to get my tape runner for this. So if I put some down at the bottom here, put that one there. And then I'll add, see, these are made to be like your the veins on the leaf, but you could also use them like twigs. So those are kind of cool. I was going to use some of the little leaves here. Again, I'm just, decorating with a couple of these. I'm going to put this up there at the top. I think that decorating along the edge here just really, I mean, it's to me, it's a good reason to do this kind of a card. Let's add some more leaves here. And again, I just had all of this cut out so that I could kind of, you know, pick and choose what I might like to use here. Wanted one more, this color down here. Okay, and again, you can, you know, add as many of these on here. If it's a birthday card, you know, you could put little balloons along there, or on this Christmas card, you could put your poinsettias or pine leaves or pine boughs or, you know, whatever that you want to put on there. But you end up, of course, with this. And I will add, I think with a grateful heart is what I wanted to put on this one. Oh, I'm thankful. That's a good one too. So this set is just so pretty. I hadn't bought another leaf set for a while. I had one that I'd used, and I just, you know, sometimes then you just want something a little bit different. So I got the new one, and I'm very happy with it. Okay, so I'm thankful. Put that down here. I'm gonna pop that up. And then I'm going to add some leaves behind that. It's a little big. That one. There we go. That looks good. Now we'll have to use the liquid on there. It's funny, things will be right in front of me when I'm standing here, and I can't see them. Video blind. Put that one, and maybe we were lucky once again with Idalia that we did evacuate and went down to Lawrence. We have so many people that, you know, that we've seen that had flooding and whatnot, so we were very fortunate. So what do you think? I'm thankful. This is just really pretty. And then I will stamp. No, I said I was going to make sure I finished off my cards, so let's do that. Otherwise, you know, I'll go to send them and the inside's not done, or the envelope's not done, or something. So we'll do this in copper. These are pretty cool stamps because they've kind of got that gradation on them. I'm going to just leave myself a little bit of room to write here on this side, but I wanted to stamp that. And then I've got a Slimline envelope here, and I will go ahead and put a leaf on there as well. Okay. And the other card that I'm going to make is going to be an A2 size, so just because I've got it out, I'm going to stamp the envelope on that too. I think this would make a pretty Thanksgiving card. There we go. Okay, so I'll bring back the other regular Slimline in a minute. So let's do the mini. Now on this one, we're going to need for the base to be, move everything out of the way. 5.5 by 10.5. So, you know, I mean, we're 11, we're 8.5 by 11. So if I just take that 1/2 inch off the end, if I measure on this one, I'm going to be able to get 2 cards out of one piece of paper, where I could not do that for the regular Slimline. So how I'm going to do that, this time I would prefer a pencil so I can erase it. Okay, and I'm going to mark it at 5.5 on both ends. So I'm just going to use my trimmer, but I'll just use this instead. All right, so I'm going to come down 5.5 is there, and 5.5. I want it to be, let's see. Put the 5.5 on that side, and then this one I actually want the 5.5 this way. So what is she doing? Hold on and I'll show you. Okay, so I marked 5.5 up here and 5.5 down here. So now if I take, I can actually score this first if I want to. Let's do that. And I'm still going to score it at 3.5 and 7. So there's my 3.5, and there's my 7. And then I'm going to trim from this 5.5 to this 5.5. And the reason I'm doing it this way is so that I can get 2 cards out of one piece of paper. Okay. So let me just move this trimmer so you can see what I've done. Okay, so now this card, I fold and see I've got my mini. And this card, fold, and I've got my mini. So see, I got two mini Slimlines out of the same piece of paper. So I could, I didn't waste any of the paper. All right, I'm only going to make one of them right now. So remember, I've got my panels that are 3 1/4. So if I want to line one up here, three and a quarter, turn it over. There's my line. Trim it back. Trim it off with, with these two just on that side of the well. There we go. So that will go on the front here. And then I need a piece to go here. So again, line that up how I want it. Flip it over. Draw my line. Line these up just on that side of the well. So it'll be a little bit smaller. And there we go. Now I've got this piece that will go there. I hate that when the glue gets that little thing at the end of it. Okay. And second one goes there. This one's trying to get stuck, stopped up. Okay. So this one's, oh, and this one's going to actually open backwards, but that's okay. I should have done it. If when I had folded it, I should have folded it that way and then that way so that it opened this way. But that's okay, because somebody will get this one and they won't know that it's not supposed to be this way. All right, so then I would do the same thing and add my leaves to the front. The larger one up there. It's fun to play with these leaves, and if you've got them all cut out ahead of time, and actually this one could even stick up a little bit further because remember it's going to fit in the envelope like this. So I can add things that stick out over the edge or even over the side edges on these. Okay. And then I will add some more. I just love these leaves. They really did a good job with this set. There. Put a couple of these here. There we go. And then this one I can put, let's see. I don't think I'm thankful would fit on this one. Nope, it's a little long. Except, you know what? It's just as a good reminder. Where's my block? There it is. That I can take my marker and I will just color the word I'm. It's a good reminder to sometimes you may only want one word that's on the stamp. Sometimes you may need to, like I'm doing here, break it up. So I did the I'm, and then I'm going to put underneath it thankful. And that way, it doesn't matter that this particular stamp is not long enough. I mean, this particular die cut. I'm thankful. See, got a little dot there, but that's okay. I can get that taken care of. I can either erase it or I can put a little sequin or dot or something. Oh, actually, I've got those. Put those dots. Those are really pretty. Okay, I'm thankful, and then I will add a little bit of, like I say, I think these make as good of a twig as they do a leaf vein. So that's kind of cool. I think it's funny that I did this one backwards, so that's a good reminder for you to watch the way that your card is opening. Okay, so this one. And that's okay, because remember, that one needs to dry. Remember, it's okay if it sticks out because the card is a little bit smaller than the envelope. All right, so when you're folding yours, just if you want it to open that way, just make sure that you fold it that way. Okay, but this one, I'm just going to pretend like it's supposed to be that way. All right, so whether you make a full card like I did, or you make a, something else, a birthday card, or whatever else that you might want, I hope that you might try this really pretty Z-fold slimline. I think it makes quite a nice card. The mini does fit in the A2 envelope, and again the sizes are here. Got 5.5 by 10.5, and remember, if you cut it correctly, then you can get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of paper. All right, hope you might try it, and I hope you have a great day and a nice Labor Day weekend. Bye.